I feel like I'm me now, you know? Like I'm in my space. I'm in my zone. And I think anybody around me would really agree. Yeah, saying things without a conscience in my head myself. Way into a blind person finally seeing itself. Wearing my heart on my sleeve because that new fashion sell. And I don't want that jacket if I gotta ride a coattail, man, you can have that. I bet they want me back on my gritty. One day she hate me, they miss me. Can't fuck with girls from back home cause it's HIV in the city. Niggas don't talk like confetti. No matter how much you lie to me, I know your ass ain't ready. Niggas acting like women. Niggas just wanna be messy. Spend your allowance money, hoping for some validation. Family don't understand you cause you just too complicated. Your mother way too crazy. And when y'all talk, there's no patience, and you don't open up. And so they make accusations. Your pops died early, and man, you still trying to shake it. And yeah, I made mistakes. So my little brothers will make up. My granny do her best. So I try to show appreciation. And when she had cancer, it cut me deep, so deep. I would lie awake, toss and turn, no sleep, ain't have an appetite. So half the time I wouldn't eat, then she poured through. I exhaled, they hit my knees, man, I couldn't breathe. Hold my throat, I couldn't breathe. If I ever lost her, it ain't no telling where I'd be. Becoming the perfect human, better let it in soon. A couple more sins to commit before I really commit. It's either small or too big, man, what do I really fit? Size me up, do it twice so we can really be sure. I apologize in advance, I just needed something to vent on. Backpackers they been on, putting my fucking foot on the gas. I match that bitch until I crash. Throw me a fucking doubter, I make him to a believer. 100 miles an hour, eyes closed, trying to see my future. Man, I really do this shit. I don't do this shit for kicks, but if we talking about the souls, man, they all sold them. Keeping greatness in the box, man, I'm claustrophobic. Don't mind me putting it in a pretzel like she doing aerobics. I told them, I be that nigga that you gotta get a verse from. They have fun and half-ass, I wanna put away funds. You in your mom's class, every chance y'all get is you accept your step brothers on some bro-to-bro shit. Only to find out they apply to you quick. Man, I'm just saying, I'm just doing me. I'm just trying to make it.
Man, Black African Power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, I'm just trying to make it, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Man, we started off right, man. We here. Here, moving good, feeling good. Took a little break, man. Sit back, man, and watch the playing field and enjoy the moments, man. It's a great day, man. Every day is a great day that you hear, man. What's up? We back on that morning show, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We here. Yeah, man, that's my nephew's song right there, man. You know, he been putting in the work, man. And the words, man, just hit deep, man. It was a song, yo, dedicated to my mother, man. And, you know, just the way he put that shit. You know what I'm saying, yo? Just trying to be me, man. Just dealing with all the pressures of the world, man, and standing tall and standing strong. So y'all know what it is, man. Big up to all the players in the game, all the shakers and the bakers. Big up to everybody, man. I see you. Cedric, Ortega, what's good, bro? I see you. Miss Tiff, what's good? I see you. Social World, I see you. Hey, Joel Armstrong, what's good, bro? I see you. Man, I see the people, man, that's been in my corner. I see you, Omar Reed. I see you. You know what it is, man. Who else we got in there, man? Miss Vanessa, Westside, West J, Black Panther. I see you. Man, I see you, Mr. L. What's good, bro? You know I see you. Man, I see everybody in there. Timmy, what's going on with you, Mr. Turner? What it do? What it do? What it do? Yeah, we here, man, with that voice, man. It is what it is, man. Pick up the Sosa, man. See, he launched his project, man. We're going to always support a pseudo killer, man, and all their endeavors. We understand what it is, man, because we move like we supposed to move. Man, what I want to do is I want to make sure we understand what the hell is going on, man. We got a lot of conversations, man. And that first piece of the conversation is, you know, that age thing. So I've been through it, right? You know, it's a different mode when you've been on both sides. You've been the youngest in the room and you've been the oldest in the room. And that's when you gain true understanding of what it is. and how to move, right? So we got to be careful. And I ain't talking to nobody in particular. I'm talking to the climate. I like to speak to the climate, right? There seemed to be a using of age when confronted with an idea that you don't understand. See how that go both ways? I ain't never used it that way. I feel like a nigga is too young, right? When he got the facts in front of his face, but he young in the information not to have covered aspects of it that would help him understand. See how that worked? On the other end, I feel like you old when you repeatedly repeat the same thing, even though the available data say different. I think you old. So I remember coming into the space, talking to teachers like James Smalls and them, Leonard Jeffries, all of them, Professor Kaba. I remember having the conversations and I remember catching moments when I was like, that ain't what the paperwork's saying. How do I deal with this? So, being in those spaces like that, listening to those gentlemen, man, grabbing the pieces that you can, they say, yo, just, take it in and spit out the bones. I say something a little bit different, man. I say have a conversation with that guy daggone ass and let him know that this is what it is in today's world. Ain't got nothing to do with how long you've been here. It's about what's happening now. Had the conversations with the brothers that's older than you, brothers and sisters, and had the conversations with the brothers that's younger than you. And say, this is what this is. And this is where the conversation got to start at. So when we throw out, oh, you too young or you too old, that's a way of really not having nothing. Because we ain't in a competition where you got to run a damn race where the younger person going to win because he's young. Although some young niggas get slow. I ain't going to lie about that. I'm just speaking for myself. We ain't running. We ain't doing that. I'll give you something to slick real quick. He was in the Marines. 18. Hands on fire. You know what I'm saying? All above. So we get into this run. It was a 5-mile run. Like, yeah, we gonna get it. And we looking over there, right? The old white guys. They had to be 60s in their 60s, 45s, you know what I'm saying? But in particular, the dude that was 57 to 57 years old, he was like, yeah. The gun went pow, we gone, shoot. I'm like, we running by their ass. I'm like, these niggas, they running slow as hell. We get at the 3-mile mark. We setting in, right? Setting in. We think we running. The fucking 57-year-olds and the 60-year-olds, they starting to run by us. We look at each other like that. And they look at us and smile. Like, you went out too fast. We was like, what? Man, so they started. By the time we got to the end of that 5, I was like, God damn. I was like, yo, how y'all do it? Like, man, y'all do about the gate too quick, man. He said, that's what the young always do. They dive out too quick, right? They too ambitious in the run. You was very, very ambitious, yo. You didn't pace yourself. So I learned a valuable lesson right there, right? That, hey, sometimes you got to pace yourself, man. And that's not only for the young, right? That's for the young at heart. Because you can be old and be young at heart, you still got to pace yourself in anything you do. So, everybody know I've been really getting back into my grind lately. You know what I'm saying? Playing a little basketball with my son, running around with them. And my son be like, come on down. I'm like, nope. Because I learned my lesson. I got to pace myself. So I had to sit back and watch and check all the things going around me, right? And I said, I got to pace myself. Let me see. Let me check the checkers. Let me see. So I hear all the conversations going on. I heard a lot. I heard the good hip hop conversation. Good one. I seen the weak spots on both sides, right? I hear the conversation we got going on in the server about genetics and race and all that. I see the weak spots. But sometimes you want to let everybody get their thing off all the way, right? We had a great conversation on social socialist world, right? And I was sitting back saying, man, yo, what? It was a comment made about back on that old and young, right? When you older, yeah, I'm saying you don't, shit, I'm thinking I'm always where the nice. My father taught me it's about material. Let me show y'all something. Ain't about the name on the goddamn garment you wearing. It's about the feel of the material and how it lay on you. That's what's really make a good shirt. He told me, say, you don't go for the name all the time. Go touch the material, see how it feel. See how it fall on you. You know what I'm saying? How does the material lay on you? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's how you know what I'm saying? So we talking about clothes. That's my favorite damn subject, clothes. And they was saying that African Americans don't got a culture. That's what they was saying essentially. That we all wear blue jeans. That we know where blue jeans come from. Levi Strauss, he was the tent maker in the Wild Wild West. But the damn tents wasn't selling. So he cut them up and made them into what they now call blue jeans. And we know all ethnicities wear blue jeans. We know this. But what make it African American? What make it white American or black American? And this is where the lesson is. The lesson is in the minute details. It's the way you wear your garment is what make it African American. Not the fact that you got on the same designers, not the fact that you got on the same shoes. That's not it. And I give the example that might be a little more clearer. People in Asia eat rice. On the subcontinent of Asia, they eat rice. But people in Africa eat rice. Most people think that rice is an Asian thing. No, it's not. It's a human thing. And in particular, in sub-Saharan Africa, they ate rice and grains and millets, but the rice. So you saying if both groups is eating rice, and the Asians are known for eating rice because they ain't understanding that the Africans eat rice too. What make it Asian, right? What make it African? This is where the conversation got to be. And this is how you can understand a hip-hop conversation. We're going to wait till later on in the day to get into the details on that because we want to break it all down. But the difference in the rice, what makes it different, what makes it Black American, what makes it African is the things you put in the rice. The gravy, you know what I'm saying? How about in the morning time? No. We can put the butter and the sugar. Asians ain't messing up the rice like you messing up the rice. I got some Asian friends that like you messing up the rice. Wait a minute, dog. I put some butter on your sprinkle some sugar on what you talking about. That's banging. See? It's rice, but it's the way we mix it up. We had the Nile Valley conversation to nausea, and people couldn't understand what made the Egyptians African. It wasn't the way they looked that made them African. It wasn't the skin color. It wasn't that. It was the way they did what they did. Well, you know, farming comes from Asia. We've had that conversation. So what? They farmed in Mesopotamia and they farmed in the Nile Valley, but what made it African? It's the way they packaged it, right? It's the way they did what they did. It's that black soil. That's why I fought so hard for the black soil, because the black soil was actually the source of an important element of African Nile Valley culture. It was a geographical feature that had been there for millions of years. The people came into the black soil. They didn't know why the soil was black. They didn't understand it. They watched the cycles. They watched the rivers overflow. They seen all that. They seen that dirt, that black dirt get there, right? They didn't have no chemical breakdown on why shit was sprouting out of it like that and why they was able to do what they do with that. They didn't know why it was so easy to do that. So they deified the shit. They made it divine. Their mythology is based in black soil, right? Regeneration, death, destruction, regeneration, life. They make their gods out of that, right? And so farming, although some of the oldest farms you can find in Asia, right? It's the packaging of the farming that makes it African. It's the way they do it. Rice is all over the world. but it's the way and what you put in the rice. Fried chicken. Everybody think what a black was fried chicken. Southern fried chicken. White Europeans, Scottish. With fried chicken? What makes fried chicken different in the African American household? It's the garlic. You know, you throw that extra garlic on it. Hold on. The seasoned salt. And those from Baltimore, what make it regional? It's the Old Bay. You gotta spring a little bit of Old Bay in that mix, right? Little salt and pepper on the outside before you take the you know what I'm saying, the flour, you know what I mean, your little light salt and pepper. You open up the bag, the brown paper bag, you put the chicken in, you spring it, and you shake it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And you had that grease nice and hot, and when it hit it, that's African American fried chicken, y'all. Man, talked about chitlins. Talked about soul food. What's soul food? Same shit everybody else eating. It's the way you prepare it. Yeah? This is what we talking about when we talking about culture. And I'm laying the foundation for a later show. I'm laying the foundation for hip hop. You got to start in Africa if you're gonna talk about hip hop. If you don't start in Africa, they're gonna beat you down with outside forces add-ons. They're gonna beat you down. Oh yeah, they're gonna beat you down. Oh yeah, Johnny was there. Yeah, he was there. But what was he bringing to the table? Man, we got a couple artists that's gonna come through. We got Chill. He's the first signed rap artist from Cleveland. He coming on next week. We gonna talk to some real, you know how we do the interviews. We sit back and we gonna get some old school dudes to talk about hip hop. That's what we gonna do. It's coming down the pipe. This is how we do what we do, man. Pseudo Killers official, man. So them jeans, coming up sometimes we'll roll up one leg. African American, Black American trait with the blue jeans. Man, broke people with the patches. You know how you be broke when you get poor people with the jeans and the holes in it, they mother patch it up? That shit got famous. Now they make you pay for the holes in your jeans. Black Americans. Damn, they just put the hole in the jean and patch it up for you and charge you more. It's just the way you wear it. And we was getting to discuss sag. I ain't talking about sag. I ain't never sag. My kids ain't never sag. Man, my kids wear strings in their blue jeans. Who knew? Man, your kids will wear shoestrings for a belt. Y'all ain't know about that? Black American. So it's the way you do it. It's I can take a polo shirt, right? All these are called polo shirts. You got the polo shirts with the man that ride the horse is playing polo, but they generally call these polo shirts. It's the way you wear them, motherfucker. What you got it on with? You know what I'm saying? What kind of shoes you wearing it with, yo? You can have the polo, right? With some Jordan. I used to wear the polo shirt with some Jordans, 350, brand new spanking Jordans, you know what I'm saying? With the khakis, you know what I'm saying? With the Banana Republic, Banana Republic. Oh, mix all that shit together. Yeah, so it's the way you put your things on, man. It's the way you wear it, yo. It's what make African American culture, yo. So we're gonna get into the fine new details of that, man. We enjoying the moment, yo, because now we can really talk about what make you a Black American, what make you an African American. When did they stop, ladies and gentlemen? It's the real question. When did they stop what? When did they stop following what African Americans do? All of a sudden, when you deal with hip hop, prior to that, wasn't nobody doing what we was doing. Yeah, we set the benchmark. For some wild reason, yo, people respect the struggle. Us as Black Americans, African Americans, right? That's a synonymous term. We don't respect because we in it. We have not sat back and looked at it. I used to do it. Hell with being an African American. So what make you that? How it make you that? What is that? When did they stop? Man, they always. I used to say, man, I'm an African. I ain't African American. That wasn't enough. See, that's my development as an African American, and big up to people around me, right? Who embrace being Black Americans and African Americans. But I'm saying there's a line, and I'm saying don't cross the line. Don't get so Black American, so African American that you forget your roots, what you're tied to. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a journey that's exclusive. See, it's that journey that makes us Black Americans, African Americans. It's the journey. A good coach, a good trainer will tell you, man, stop looking at the end result. Respect the journey. So Black Americans, African Americans have forgotten the journey. They don't respect the journey because we're still on that journey. And everything we say out of our mouth in the age of social media will be there forever. So be careful what you say. That's why I'm always fighting with you niggas. That's why I'm always over here. What is this nigga talking about? What do you mean everybody chilling? And you look it up. Yeah, chilling is a cuisine around the world. Hunter-gatherers, what do you mean hunter-gatherers? Well, you know, hunter-gatherer communities eat everything of the animal. So if this get pushed down through generations of eating everything in an animal, that's what the early hunter-gatherers did. They ate everything, the feet, the nose, all that. We used to think that's something wow that the slaves was doing. It wasn't wow. It was eating everything. And as Europeans discarded certain portions, we understood based off our cultural environment in Africa, we understood that these were good portions of meat, no matter what you say. So I'm saying I watched the whole playing field, right? A good coach calls plays on offense, recognizing the strengths and weaknesses of his defense. Y'all just be calling plays for the offense. Or y'all just be calling plays for the defense. Now, if you know you got a weak defense, right? In the red zone, if you're on the 40-yard line, if you're on your 40 and you know you got a weak defense, right, in the red zone, then you go ahead and punt the ball. Because if you don't make it, now you automatically got the other team in scoring position, 35-yard line. They're getting in the red zone, right? So you don't call that play. You punt it. So I'm saying, man, I'm up for the challenge, man. I'm going to be here very, 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 very consistent. Big up to the Pseudo Killers. Got a lot of good shows. We're gonna boast that up, yo. And I appreciate the outside forces that make us better. It's competition that make you better. If you ain't in goddamn competition, if you comfortable in where you at, you're in the wrong goddamn place. If you sitting back like the Pseudo Killer said, yeah, we got it, you're on the wrong goddamn team. You're in the community of skeptics and you sitting back saying, yo, we've been jamming for 15 years. Yeah, you too comfortable. You already lost. I ain't never been that type. I'm right here. Right? Right here in the game. Enjoying the environment. Man, somebody drop the link for the server, man. Drop the link for the server, man. Man, come in the server with great conversations, man. Yeah. So, yeah, man, a lot of things going on, but I'm going to tell you what's going to separate the winners from the losers. You can be a good YouTube personality. You can get some views. But how many people can you put in a seat? Because we ain't got COVID no more, and we got some things planned in the community, skeptics and the Pseudo Killers, man. Some outside festivities is already in the workings. See, we want to make sure it's all worked out the right way. When it blow, it's going to blow. I promise you. We're going to be in every little state going around. I ain't gonna talk too much about it, but it's already there, yo. We looking for funding now to get it right. You know what I'm saying? So when we coming right, right? And if you're a community skeptic, pseudo killer, yo, you know you there. Actually working in the community is the next step for everybody. I want to see everybody working, you know what I'm saying, in their community, doing what they want to do. Meaning, hey, man, become the change you want to see in the world. Represent the change you want to see in the world. I want to see people that look just like me succeed in the fields of STEM. I want to see people who think like me, who might been through this and been through that, change their minds and push STEM to their children. Young man's game. The young got the most energy, but they say, yeah, man, that energy is wasted on the young. So we want to strike a healthy balance there. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure, yo, that what we doing, yo, translate, you know what I'm saying? Because it's comfortable being on YouTube behind the mic. What I tell y'all about being too comfortable? It's time to get back outside. Big up the Dr. Oyamayashi outside. Big up the Morgan State University and all the faculty. They outside. Man, I appreciate Dr. Mayat, man. Deanna Bailey, Dr. Deanna Bailey. Look that up. Go read her dissertation. Spectacular. Look at the published works. There's published works now. Right? It's dealing with, journal science and all that now. All that stuff we talk about, community skeptic, pseudo killer, led by an expert that's putting us where we need to be. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Hit your wagon. This is how you do it. Just go out to starving artists or starving linguistic people, personalities, yo, they want to move forward, yo. Hit your wagon to a real expert, learn from them, get the trade, learn from them, and get your shit worked on, yo, so we can see. And when the experts respond, don't get mad. I sit there and watched an email that came to Scam Wellington. And I read the email. It was a Neil deGrasse email type of situation to Terrence Howard. Remember that? I'm going to do a show on that. I'm going to show y'all, right? It's another show I got a line. I'm going to show you both. I'm going to show you how the emails work, right? But when an expert responds to you, man, that's love. Now, this is when you know you're a scholar or you fronting. Because when the expert responds to you out of kindness, right? Out of having good conversations with people like Brother Uncle Garfield, not putting no dirt on niggas' name. Let me talk about that for a minute, man. Look, man, check this out, man. Listen, there's been a false narrative going around. And that false narrative is some kind of way Uncle Garfield is getting these experts against us. That's a false narrative. Uncle Garfield wanted to make sure that our community got the experts. And since we got the experts, we showed them our conversations that was going on, and we wanted to get their take on it. And based off of that, we heard what the critiques was. That's the shit none of them could get done. None of them could do that. None of them had the heart. None of them had the heart, right? They do all kind of wild ways, sending emails, get kicked out the door. We come in the door, we leave the door open for our brothers and sisters, right? We get in the door, we speak highly of them. And I ain't never trashed none of them cats on front of an expert. Yo, find an interview one of the day. And I'm saying I ain't a snitchy nigga. So behind the scenes, I would never do that. Yo, first of all, to do that, the expert on the other side looking at you like, what kind of game is he playing here? What is he trying to get me involved in? So I'm definitely smarter, slicker than that. Never do that. But what we did was we gave everybody opportunities just to see what the experts was actually talking about, yo. Why, what was they thinking of? How was they thinking? So that gives the layman a chance to correct what the hell they was doing. Do you think the layman thought that way? Nah, oh man, they trying to get us on us. So that means you really wasn't built for being a scholar. Nobody was getting nobody on nobody, man. We always spoke highly of you. We didn't cut the interviews down. We didn't do that. We just didn't do that, yo. So that's a false narrative, yo. Any false narrative that y'all think y'all got about me, man, just ask me, yo. I don't hate. Not a hater, yo. I'm a participator, yo. Just false narrative, yo. I want to see everybody win because I know I'm going to win. And the more people I got winning around me, yo, the more I win. I already know where I stand in the history of YouTube, right? In this genre and this particular thing we do. I already know where I'm at. Now it's my job to elevate that shit. I can't stay right here too comfortable. Can't do that. But I'm not never worried about new people coming in, doing their thing, whatever. I'm not never worried about that. I'm just saying it's the way niggas do shit. You know what I'm saying? To make me say I don't fuck with niggas like that. Because that ain't how I would do shit. Well, it ain't based off how I would do shit. It was based off of how, if I invite you in my damn house, well, I invite you, if I got a barber shop and I invite you in and you pull your damn clippers out your back pocket and you start charging niggas for haircuts, I'm looking over there like, damn, Jesus Christ. Is this man cutting hair in my barber shop? He ain't even asked me. I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have tripped. Wouldn't have worried about it. These men is actually cutting hair in my barbershop, act like he ain't cutting hair in my barbershop. So I'm act like I don't see him like you act like you don't see me. Wink, wink. Yeah, so don't hate. I participate. But it's love, yo, and it always is, man. Anybody want to add something to this morning show, man? All right, here you go. Wow, you know what? Social dilemma. You are afraid. You are afraid. you probably 12 years old, yo. And let me show y'all something about social media. You don't know who behind that thing. That's why we dropped the link. Say, you wasn't telling the experts the whole story behind what? The interview. Y'all live in a bubble called the conscious community bubble, yo. That bubble make you think that the conversation you got is the greatest conversation first time ever heard. That's not true. When I talked to them daggone experts, man, they was fully aware of the ops work. They was fully aware of all the shit we think we was talking about, yo. Yeah, I'm gonna play them portions of the interviews, right? Where they bring this shit up first. Oh, Diop, such and such. But the difference between the way they portrayed in this community is different how the experts portrayed. The experts tell you the damn truth. Now, that part of it, they went way too far. But that part of it right there was fire. And it pushes in this direction, and this is where the field is going. Just like that. Over here, everything they said was right. Don't change it. We got it right. It's good. And you lie about the stuff that's in the museum. Yeah, that's what y'all do over here. So you should be thankful, right, that I got the community in front of experts so that we can hear the difference. So we can hear where the field is really at. So we can hear how, well, older Egyptologists are still saying certain things, but they're transitioning from the older to the younger. And these younger Egyptologists, 25, 38, 48, 50-year-old Egyptologists, yo, you know what I'm saying? They're talking about things in this African context now. All right, we got our man Thunder on here. What's going on, Thunder?
Listen, bro, I don't appreciate you calling out Chef. You sneak dissing Chef. Out of all of the professions, why you pick a barber, bro? Why you do that?
I ain't picking on Chef. That's because that's an easy way to put it. You see the visual on that shit.
Hey, listen, number one, I just called Garfield. Mm-hmm. I just got on the phone with him, and what I did was I thanked him, man, for what I don't know if he was the first one, but I definitely thank him for in my opinion, spearheading this movement toward the experts. toward true scholarship, right? And away from this nigga knowledge that everybody keep, you know what I'm saying? But and I see that you are taking up the task as well. And I just want to personally thank you for doing it. And I see you, bro, and I mean that from the heart. You know, I play with, play around all the time, but I ain't playing on this one, bro. I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate y'all sacrifice. And I know them cats ain't coming on for free. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put probably about $10-20 in your cash app if you
all right, that's
put
love.
it on the channel or whatever. But I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do, man. You done put in a lot of work. And like you say, you're not complacent. You're still going. You've been doing it. You've been pushing. What you pushing around 15 years somewhere now?
Yeah, close to 20, yo.
Yeah, close to 20 years. And yeah, like I said, we play around a lot, bro. But we see, you done, I see you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everything you do, man. All the sacrifice, man. Every minute that you on this channel, it's a minute that you're away from your family. It's away from you're away from things that's earning your income and stuff. So you sacrificing for not only just for us, man, but for science, for scholarship, and everything along them lines. So, bro, over the years, if you count up all the minutes and hours that you done devoted to this thing, it'll probably you'll probably be embarrassed. Like, damn, man, I could have spent my time on something. You know what I'm saying? But you chose to do it, man. And like you said, I wouldn't pay you no mind till COVID and seeing how you banged out and you got beat up for that several times from several people. And you hung in there. You and Sean, y'all hung in there, and I think ain't no doubt about who the victor was on that one. And so you banging on it, you doing the Egyptomania stuff, and we with you, and you're gonna be the victor on that one too, bro.
I appreciate that coming from you. We're in the same town, yo. We ran up on you. I ran up on you. I snuck you. You ain't even see me coming.
Yeah.
And so I already know what kind of work you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you in the field for real. Yeah, I mean,
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
The electronics and the computers, you do this shit for real, yo. Like big corporations trust you. I've seen big corporations trust you. So I appreciate you, but coming from you is good. So let me tell you, there's a question on the screen. LB Things, Stuff and More. She said, God Killer, what's this channel about? Well, first of all, this channel is about scientific literacy. All right. It's about allowing our people to organize around expertise, because that's what successful communities do. It's a hard pill to swallow because it goes against all the things that we was taught about, when we changed our names to Kek and God Killer, Egyptian name and all that, right? We had a certain understanding about things, right? But over here, I take you through the journey of getting from there to here, right? For understanding what an Egyptian name is, what an African American name is, what's the validity in it, what's the scholarship and academia behind it, what's the professionalism to building a strong community, because everybody want to have a strong community, but they want to do it with smoke and mirrors. So it's the foundation of planet Earth, right? Is nature. And we all claim to want to be natural people, right? We say we natural people. But when we talk about natural things, right, that's when everybody fall off. Don't nobody really want to be natural. High level medical science come from people studying nature. That's what science is. The study of what? Knowledge. That's what the word science, knowledge, right? Knowledge of what? Knowledge of the natural phenomenon that occurs without the hands of men and women, without the hands of a deity, because it's natural, right? And so the community of skeptics, man, foundation is non-belief. We're just not sitting there believing anything. And we want to understand the world around us because the people we are competing against understands the natural world around us.
Well, number one, you cannot prove that a deity is not controlling this. So you definitely made a misstep with that. And
You want to fight? You want to fight? We can fight. We can.
I mean, I'm just saying you can't prove what you just said. That's all I'm saying. You talking about belief? You believe that there is no deity.
Put the gloves on.
You believe that there is no deity, right? So you just engage in belief yourself. You don't know that. You just did it.
So let's do this.
Go ahead.
What we can say is that a God and all that, right, is untestable. Can we agree to that?
At this point, yes. But we also know that the James Webb, since we're talking about science, we also know that the James Webb telescope, if anybody don't know, just Google it, James Webb. Well, we know that the insight that telescope has provided for science in general has far surpassed anything that we knew in the past. In other words, it has different sensors and it can see more radiation, lower levels, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, you're right. It's untestable at this point, but that does not mean it still don't mean the absence of evidence still cannot mean the the evidence of absence. It can't. You can't. That ain't gonna work.
So I don't know why you use the James Webb telescope. James Webb telescope ain't based off of no type of religion. It's based off of science.
Listen to what okay. Use it in context, my brother. You said it's untestable, right?
Yeah, I said
so
God, you can't falsify
God is untestable, right?
You can't falsify it. You can't falsify it. So you're right.
No problem. At this point, you can't falsify
There's no evidence.
But the reason why I use James Webb is because previous to probably 3 years ago, we couldn't see all those levels of radiation. We couldn't see as far as we can now. Previous to the James Webb telescope, that's why I use it. So yeah, it's untestable right now, but that doesn't mean it will remain untestable.
So right here, it says, so is this a home for black atheists, agnostics? I'm here for it. I love science and battling the religious idiots.
I would say yes. Yes,
it is. I mean, have found a home. See, talk about you.
It is a home. It is a home for atheists, right?
Definitely a home for black atheists. Hold on,
definitely a home for atheists. But make no mistake, there are believers that are still tuned in, and we don't engage.
They don't listen to me when I say that, sis. We got a weird dynamic here. This is definitely so. I was definitely one of the first guys. Seriously, like you can go back all the way 15 years ago. Actually, my thing was to make it comfortable for a person that looked like me and you to say out your mouth, "I don't believe in God." It's a curse and a gift at the same time. My family looked at me like I was crazy. The internet was like, "Huh? You? That's white people stuff." So yeah, that real black atheism.
It's anti-African. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely anti-African.
You hear him? See?
Yeah, it's definitely anti-African now. Y'all can engage in it, but just understand that it's not rooted in anything African. So yeah, I'm not. Wow. You ain't gonna never hear me tell you to believe in God, bro. You ain't got to believe in nothing. Wow. I'm not a proselyte, but I'm just saying this. You don't have a leg to stand on either. So the only reason why I come up and give any sort of pushback on y'all is because I don't want you to get so high and mighty to the point where you think that you can prove that there is no God. You can't do that. No. Just like I can't prove there is one that will suffice the average scientist. Ain't no scientist on this earth got a test that prove there ain't one. So in other words, we at an impasse. So that's why I don't even like engage in that.
We're not actually at an impasse. What we're saying is that the burden of proof is on y'all. Y'all make the claim.
No, the burden of proof is not. No, if you're right. The burden of proof. If anybody, right, I got you. But if anybody's saying that for a fact that there is a God, yeah, the burden of proof is on them. But the burden of proof is not on anybody who say that they believe in God. There ain't no burden of proof.
Yeah, so human beings have beliefs, and we do that on the Brain Show. We about to
Yeah, you believe that there's no God.
No. So what we're saying is the things that we do understand. One thing we can say is that we can prove that it happened based off a natural phenomenon. So if there's something that we don't know about, what we know enough about the world around us to know that the explanation will be a natural one. It will never be a supernatural one. And let me tell you something. By default, Black people are pushed way behind on that because they use that to take advantage of us, right? That was part of the enslaving process. That was part of the masturation as being in the Americas. And what's that? There's a few components to religion that people don't talk about. You want to say something, Thunder?
Are you serious right now, bro?
Yeah, you want to let me finish?
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. I don't want to lose my point. I want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Couple components to it. So we know there's a couple healthy components to belief, right? Because that's what humans do. Humans do that. You're not going to escape that. Right now, people still believing in the aliens and all kind of shit and ghosts. So Homo sapiens sapien mind is definitely a Stone Age brain, right? It wasn't made for us to think. First thing, right? It evolved to control our body budget, meaning don't use up too much of your resources, right? To the point where you don't have enough energy to move forward. That's basically what it is, right? And so believing, right? If it was a bunch of Black atheists in the Stone Age, we wouldn't have made it. We've been too inquisitive, right? Meaning, if that wind hit that bush, like philosophy. I think it's that power coming. It's the air blowing it. Yeah, it might be one time, but then that one time is a predator, and somebody run over there and get bit. Now you dying in the Stone Age because there is no medicine, there's no understanding of germs and bacteria. You're done. So it makes sense to run every time those bushes or those leaves rattle, right? You do it right now if you're walking down a trail by yourself on your workout, right? And that little and the little side bush or grass wiggle, you're gonna jump your ass super fast. You're not gonna say, hold on, what exactly is that? You're not gonna do it. So there's no escaping your belief. What we're saying is that the part of religion that's damning is that the part that is cultural. And so Europeans, they killed our culture by destroying our spiritual systems. Your spiritual system ain't just believing in God. See, most people think that your spiritual system is part of your culture. Right? How you supposed to act, the stories tell about your enemies and how you defeat them, won and lost, what to do and what not to do. That's part of it. Things that you deify. You might deify your grandmother, right? You might just give homage to your ancestors. Having a spiritual system don't mean you got to pray to any God. You might just have ancestors in remembrance, right? So global colonialism took all that away from you. They put you in their asphyxiation of stories that came from the Middle East, effectively blocking out the rest of your history. So when you go Middle Eastern biblical text, right, I always tell people to look like me, right? Hey man, read the shit with a map. And when you read the map, you start to realize that it was talking about a particular world, one little small portion, the Middle East. The Hebrews didn't know about North America, South Africa, East Africa. West. They didn't know about that. They only knew about their world. So the Bible is simply a Middle Eastern text spawned by Hebraic people trying to understand their world, having absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the goddamn world. Now, the story has been accepted based off of global colonialism. They put those Bibles on those ships as they was taking the African slaves different places. Look at the African trading companies. They had Bibles on them ships and they spread their literature. Look at Gutenberg, right? Gutenberg, right? It's the printing press. Now the shit is mass produced. It's global colonialism at a high level, bro. And I'm saying that's in destruction of other people's indigenous cultures. That's why I'm saying this shit is destructive, yo. So there's a couple components you really. I just want to say that. Hold on for a minute. Let me get bad hombre.
Give me 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna jump off. I want bad hombre to do his thing.
Go ahead.
Listen, bro. If you believe that Europeans are responsible for religion, at that point, man, you lost. You cannot do that, bro.
I didn't say that.
There
I never
are
said that.
African
That's crazy.
religions.
That's
There are
crazy.
African religions that far outdate the Abrahamic faith, man. We've been spiritual. We've been religious. This ain't new. We're talking about way before 2,000 years ago. We got West African religions and cultures and different systems that we were doing way before a white man. So no, man, you can't do that. It's anti what you're trying to do. I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to make religious European and saying and so you'll feel better about being an atheist. No. I'm gonna make you uncomfortable. You say you don't want to be comfortable. So, fine. So nigga, you finna be uncomfortable. No. African religions, look it up. Oh, that's a simple thing. Just put in African religions and let's see what come up. And then you'll see, nah, this ain't Abrahamic. This ain't Abrahamic. This ain't got nothing to do with the Middle East. No, you are anti-same. Shout out to Jabari. You know I'm a Jabariite now. I'm a convert. You are anti-African.
Okay.
Any atheist is anti-African because at that point you cannot be an atheist and still shout out Oludumare. You
right,
can't,
Freeze.
in my opinion.
Freeze.
In
Well, I
my
ain't doing
opinion.
that. All right, Freeze.
And-
We heard you. We heard you.
Yeah, peace.
We heard you. Heard you. So
Oh no! One more thing.
No, stop right there.
No, serious. No, for real. I'm talking about the text I sent. No, for real. I'm talking about Joe Rogan, right? Anybody that want to, the Joe Rogan, Terrence Howard, he has it was a great interview, right? In my opinion, great interview. Neil deGrasse Tyson responded.
Yeah, we did a video on the channel.
I saw that about 4 weeks ago. I saw it. And also now yesterday or day before, there is a physicist, a mathematician that comes on the Joe Rogan podcast. I sent it to you if you want to share it, but I think his name is Matt Weinstein, but he's a PhD. And he has a very interesting conversation with Terrence. Terrence is a in my opinion, a great mind. But that's fine. But in my opinion, I think he has a great mind. He's very inquisitive.
Yeah,
it's just not rooted in realized science at this point, right? So,
all right, we heard that. Stop.
Anybody that want to check it out. Matt Weinstein, Terrence Howard, Joe Rogan. All right.
So I'm gonna say one thing before Bad Hombre come on. Just one statement. So you forgot the point I made is that colonialism forced you out of your system that you already had. There you go. Got you. Took me 2 seconds to do that. What's up, Bad Hombre? What's up with you? Got on mute, brother.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's going on, brother?
I have a question.
What's the question?
And I agree with that other guy. I don't know his name. I'm not trying to be funny.
That's Thunder.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Didn't that telescope, when the images started coming back, didn't the atheists and the mathematicians say, well, based on what we're seeing, we're going to have to start rethinking the nature of creation because the science is telling us that how am I trying to say it? That it was created and it wasn't just random. That's my question.
Well,
but he left.
Yeah, he left. Well, no, I ain't never heard nobody say it quite put that way, but it did add a lot of questions to it. It did make us see things a little different, but that's actually the nature of science, though. That is the nature of science, to question things that are already established. That's part of science. Yeah, but ain't no scientists or physicists coming in there talking about, oh, it was God. Look at the telescope. See the thing. It's not how it's going.
No, they didn't say it was. They didn't say that it was God. They just said that they had to reshift the whole paradigm. And then when they were talking about the Big Bang, and it's not me saying this. I'm telling you, I saw the videos on YouTube. There was this one guy. He was an atheist.
How you know?
I'm telling you.
Could have been anybody.
Yeah, okay.
You know, that's not
These
how
were,
science actually works, but one person saying something.
I understand that. Just
Yeah.
let me say this.
All right,
So
go
I'm
ahead,
not
brother.
trying to argue one way or the other, but what
All
I'm
right, bro.
saying
No
is
problem.
the scientists,
Mm-hmm.
when the more information they're starting to get, it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like a paradox.
Mm-hmm.
The more information that comes in, the less that they don't, the less that they understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. That's real. The more information you get, the less you're understanding, and then you have to figure it out and keep it moving. That's what keep things moving. That's called science, bro. Absolutely. That's the difference between religion. The Bible is fixed. Jesus Christ died for your sins. If they was to actually exhume and find the body of Jesus Christ, oh, we found them, and they realized that he actually got ran over by a Roman chariot based off his chest cavity getting caved in, it would kill the whole religion. It's stuck. You can't change it.
With you,
Science is there for the change. That's what
I
science
agree,
does.
and I do agree with you. We have to get more black kids into STEM
Absolutely.
because the schools here in DC, the really good schools, they're
Yep.
very expensive though. Like the schools in Southeast, they suck. But these STEM school, no, I'm serious. I'm not trying to be funny. But these STEM schools, like there's this one school, Georgetown Day School. It's like 53 grand a year. But that's the school that's producing all the scientists and the scholars and the thinkers. So, if nothing else, this summer, if our kids aren't in STEM camp, I'm saying that at a minimum, they need to be learning how to code, and that's just real talk.
There you go.
That's
And
just
so
like
we can.
the bare minimum.
You
And
know what,
Google has.
brother? Hold
Oh, go
on. So
ahead.
I got that point, and I appreciate that. I'm gonna move on to the next caller, but you're right. So that's why we don't gotta argue over it. God is out. We don't gotta do it because what you just said actually fits comfortably in how we need to move
Hey,
forward. And
bad
I'm
hombre, did
not
you want
taking
to
away
ask me
from
a
nobody.
question, bro?
Now we going on, man. You get out of here with that. Hey, what's going on, New
No, you
Muhammad?
say you wanted to talk to me.
Okay, all right, man. Shoot, he asked it. I answered it for you. We ain't need you. We answered. Hey,
No,
New
you.
Muhammad.
But it was his. It
What's
was
up?
to him though.
I got you. We're gonna let him get a chance. All right, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, go. Yeah, he said, hold up. So,
All right, go ahead.
what you wanted to ask me, bro? You were talking about James Webb. What you were saying?
I said that the telescope, when the telescope started giving back images, the
Yeah,
scientists started
they
saying
had to
that
change it up. Yeah, they make it. They make
because
it. Actually, right now, they make it. They making changes. They making amendments to the way they're thinking. Right to 20 right now, 2024. They're making those changes right now. Now,
and if correct me
yeah,
if I'm wrong, but they didn't come out and say that there is a God. But what the
no,
scientists are saying is that the science is pushing them in that direction. They said that in so many words, if I'm not correct.
You made that up.
yeah. I mean, one thing about this show is good. It's better to share your screen and show because that's just what you're not gonna win over on just talking. I'm telling you right now, that ain't gonna happen.
Okay, I'm gonna do
So
this. I'm gonna see if I can find some articles, and then I'll. If
yeah,
y'all are
yeah,
still on
yeah.
here, I'm gonna come back. But they did say that, so give me a few minutes.
Yeah, who's the they? Who is the they?
Shout out to Chef.
Roman
Shout out to
Catholic
Chef.
Church?
Hey Chef, I don't know how long you've been looking at the chat, but I mean at the show, but Art called you out at
No,
the
I didn't.
beginning, and I'm a snitch on this nigga right now.
Last
I'm
snitch.
telling you, yeah, it's fine. But the man,
Last snitch.
he out of all of the professions in the world, he picked barbers. You know what I'm saying? Yes, chef. He picked barbers as the example to use. So you already know what that is, bro. So
Whatever, yo.
FYI,
He
my
done
nigga.
heard the conversation already. So go ahead, Chef. What's good?
Oh man, what's going on? What's up, Thunder?
Hey, love you, man. Thank you for everything you do as well. I gave God Killer his flowers, and I'm gonna come on your show on the next time you go live. I'm gonna give you your flower too, bro. I see you. I see you working. I see
Amen.
everybody see you working, bro.
Amen. So Terrence Howard is out of his mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
I'm tired of people running around acting like he's smart, that he's bringing something to the table. Um, his questions are completely unfounded. Just think about one of the things that he's saying. He's saying that multiplication, we're doing it wrong. We
All
learned
right.
this in the third grade, Joe.
one time one equal two.
That
What's your
is
debate against that? Come on.
that is nutty as hell.
Okay, what's the debate?
Just think about it. If I say times, that's the number times itself. Think about that. So it's not 1 plus 1, it's 1 times 1. So one time is 1. 1
Okay.
2 times is 2. 1 3 times is 3. Is 1 plus 1 plus 1. 1 1 time is 1 1 time. You see this 1? It's just 1 time. I only got this finger up 1 time. So that's going to be 1. If you don't understand that by third grade, you're dumb.
So put that one up 3 times, 4 times. Okay, good. So now, is it still 1?
It's 4.
Ah, that's my point. So it ain't 1.
No, look.
Go ahead.
1 times 4 is 4.
No. 1 time 1 time 1 time 1. What's that?
Hold on.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with 1 time 1 equal 2. 2 times 2 equal 4.
What's up, OG?
What's up, man?
No. What's up, Thunder, with your crazy ass? What's up, Chef?
1 time 1 equal 2, bro. What you got?
I mean, if you watch that Terrence Howard with that mathematician, he simply explained how that makes no sense. When you're talking about
he beat him up. He beat him up a little bit.
When you're talking about multiplication, you're grouping things. So if you have $100 in your left hand, to multiply that, you would have to have another $100. You can't just bring on another like there's no other 1. When you say 1 times 1 equals 2, you only have 1. That's why it's 1 times itself. You don't have another number.
Yeah, but when he went into the square root of 2, and then you take that to the third power with that making that loop, that's what he basing it off of, man.
But he's mixing things. Like he's
mixing.
He's mixing that. So that's where he's wrong at. It's hard to argue when you're like conflating things that don't go together. So he's mixing up the argument to make it confusing. So when you try to explain it gets confusing because he's mixing up stuff that don't go together.
Yeah. And the guy, Mr. Weinstein, he said it several times. He said, "Man, listen, it's like you playing blackjack, right? You get up to 19, you start at 5, right? And then you take a hit that take you to 15, and you get another hit, and that take you to 19." He said, "Man, if you stop at 19, you'll be straight." Exactly. But you'll take another hit, and then you just. So, yeah, that was a good way to put it.
He's not dumb. He just trying to do too much. That's what I say. It's like he's trying to be so great that's making him foolish. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, man, you got to have courage to do that, bro. And you got to give a man some credit.
No,
the reason why I say,
but you have to have honesty too. You got to be honest when people correct you and say, "Man, you're right. Thanks for pointing that out."
Honestly, but even Weinstein was like, "Yeah, you like you say, he gonna give you a 19, bro." He said you ain't all wrong. You like when he was coming up with those patents, right? When he was doing those different Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
You got about 2 more seconds left. Yeah, you got about 2 more seconds left.
You failed the third grade, Thunder.
Yeah, you
What'd you say?
You know that. You failed the third grade, yo.
Listen to what I'm saying.
We don't want to listen to you no more. You
it
had a
don't
voice.
Make sense.
You're
you
done.
can't even make sense out of it.
I just told you when you do the square root of 2, when you do his basis,
down the freeze. We heard you. We've heard you. You gotta wait till Social World come on. He's gonna let you do all that shit. Hold on. What's up, Gideon? Social World gonna let you do all that shit. I ain't doing it. Y'all know my rules. I'm not doing that. I'm not sitting here going against established knowledge. I don't want to hear it. He's an idiot. He's a pseudo. See, we give a pass to pseudos, right? And then when they grow large, they would say, "Oh my goodness." No, bro. When we hear it, we kill it at its source. It's a bunch of malarkey. The experts and try to be professional, use nice words. Now we got to step in. He's an idiot. Right? And he's getting acclaim based off his ability to act, not based off him being a mathematician, not based off him understanding subject matter. And this is the issue with the African American community. The issue in the white American community, they deal with it and they hit it face on. They deal with it. They dealt with Diops. They dealt with their foul banger head on. They ain't mixed their words. When it was trash, they said it was trash. And it was excellence, they said it was excellence. So we're going to safely put Terrence Howard in the category of trash. And that's it. I don't want no excuses. I don't want to hear it. You go do it. Yeah, I know.
You are disrespectful.
I know I'm a disrespect. That's why
you are disrespectful to sit there and say that everything that man said was trash.
Trash.
That's
none of it.
Okay. Basically said the same thing.
Trash.
No, he ain't never. You know he didn't.
Did you see his body language and how he was reacting?
Yeah, because he don't understand. Because he didn't understand it, right? We get that.
No, that's
but
not
when he went to the Flower of Life, did you see him? When he discussed Flower of Life, did you hear any pushback from that mathematician?
Man, get out of here.
Yes,
man.
bro.
Yeah, I'm not. Hold on. End the conversation. Gideon, what's going on? Fontaine,
what's going on, man?
Thunder has said his whole. He good now. You get no more. You done.
He has said a lot.
You said a whole lot.
Last time I checked, math was universal, and you could use different formulas, right? But formulas have to come up with the same answer. So if you're gonna tell me 1 × 1 = 2, I just can't rock with you, bro. It will never make sense. It doesn't make sense in no math, bro.
Nobody's world it makes sense. We
just
palatable as African Americans, yo. We have to adhere to the standard because we was part of pushing the standard. That's the point. When you start to talk about rudimentary science, right? You can find the oldest medical papyri in Africa, yo. I'm just saying, regardless, look, it's here, right? With cognitive thought. Look, you find it on the continent of Africa, plain and simple, right? So that's crazy to all of a sudden he drop out standards because he looked like us. Nah, dog, we're gonna actually raise the standard, yo. We're gonna up you one. We're gonna make you adhere to it. Just because you're an actor. See, this is where we fall short. Oh, he's an actor. We love the way he act. We think that shit move over to that. It don't. Just why? Here's another problem. Lamar Jackson, yo, that's like my favorite quarterback, like my favorite athlete these days, right? That don't mean that he could that he a good father, or that don't mean did he tell the truth. That means nothing. That means he's just a good football player. We gotta start putting things in different departments, yo. Just because niggas come on YouTube don't mean they honorable men and women, yo. Don't mean that. And we get tricked. Oh, he do a good job of speaking, and then you start falling prey. Right, the people coming off like priests, you polite, y'all know all Jabari, all of them. Y'all think because they pious, right? All of a sudden, you don't know these people, bro. So I'm saying we need to put stuff in different compartments. You do a good job here, good job there, but that shit you talking right there, that's pseudo, and it's out of order, and it does not adhere to the mathematical science, which is actually proof when you're dealing with science. It's simple as that, yo. So that's the stance. That's where I'm at, yo. That there are other programming that you can go on and really do that. I'm not doing it right here. I got a standard, right? I got a way of doing it. So it might rub people the wrong way because I don't think you should be allowed to talk crazy all the time, right? Because I've seen successful communities cut your ass off. Only in this community do the wild claim crazy people get to string you along for years and years. Oh, the scientific method ain't this. Oh, the scientific consensus ain't this. Oh, this is that. After the world has already.
Man, Terrence Howard got mathematics.
He's loud. We're not doing that because then I get upset. Man, what's going on, that good guy? Cutting us off, rude. We're not doing that.
Peace. Help me understand. Are you putting Terrence Howard and Diop in the same conversation?
Yes.
No,
hell no.
No,
if you telling me that Sheikh Ante Diop is not pseudo,
why this man doing that like that?
That man said, "Geez,
I can't handle this. Thunder, you gotta stop. Thunder.
Was wrong on."
Oh, he run this mouth. He don't even know he on it. We gonna put him there. He don't even know it. Go ahead, that good guy.
Help me
Relax.
out. But
No,
like
we're
I
not saying
said,
that. No, you're not saying. We're just saying that
but
Diop
hold
not
on,
being calm.
But you put the
All right,
context
Thunder.
in the same sentence. That's the only reason why I really
Oh,
came
let me
up on
correct
it.
it then. No, I'm not putting Terrence Howard and Diop's. What I'm saying is it's the way different communities reacted to Terrence Howard and Diop's. I'm saying this particular community, not the atheist
You
community.
hold on. You
But
just did
then
it
don't
though. You
hold up. Let
said
me finish my point, yo. So I don't be out. I can't handle it. I'm telling you. I have a propensity to cuss people out. I don't want to do that. Let me say what I want to say. Then I'm gonna let you talk. I'm saying that this particular community, what they actually do is they ignore all the wrong shit people got and only glorify the right shit. And I'm saying that's not how I go in the active, productive world. In the active, productive world, other productive communities say, you got this wrong and it's trash. We're not going to use it, but you got this right. We're going to use that going forward. I'm saying we got to grow up. When I say grow up is, we're coming from a place of being marginalized, bro. And all I'm thinking is that. And so we want to give passes where there's no pass to give. So I'm doing the same thing. If you got that idea wrong with the Egyptians was black, you got it wrong. But if you got it right that they was indigenous Africans based off a lot of stuff, you got that right and you will be in a museum. That don't mean y'all start calling me names, telling I'm trash, Sheffrin is anti-African, all the pseudo killers, because y'all trash for that. That's my stance. There you go.
I just want to stick on the Diop part. So are we saying that what Diop was in full information at his particular?
Can you get that coherent, please? What? But what?
Tap and click on the tongue.
That nigga sound like Joe Biden.
I'm dead, yo.
Hey, that good guy. You said you sound like Joe Biden.
I think
I
he
got
driving or something.
Yeah, I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you. You always need me. No, I'm saying that at the time that Diaz wrote his work in I think it was 1973. The ideas, some of his ideas was already outdated, yo. Like using the word Negro and all, it was outdated, yo.
Because he was pulling off the work that he wrote in the 50s.
Yes.
I can't hear
In the
you.
70s, my bad. In the 70s, he was pulling off of a work that he had wrote in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yes, it was outdated. Yeah. But that fight to put Egypt in his African context, yo, he spurned the whole movement, yo. The shit was spectacular, yo. And a lot of great African American novices, yo, and didn't even have degrees. They latched on to it and they pushed that needle to where now we can go to museums of work now and find that they're naming them indigenous Africans. Now, the next point is to understand, what does the word indigenous African mean? A person can be an indigenous African and don't look nothing like you because of the variations, right? A person, family can come from the Middle East and be there for a period of time and take on indigenous ways and still be considered indigenous, yo. So it's just all part of the study of where we at. It's about understanding our world through the lenses of the thing that the world agrees is the best testament of understanding the world, and that's through science, anthropology. Okay, so I stay fast on that and flexible when you bring other information is backed by science and the consensus, and then I'll change my stance. So I'm saying I don't have the ability to change consensus. There are people around me that think they can do that, and I think it's a travesty. I think it's out of order, and I think it's fake. That's what I'm saying, and I'm gonna say it even if I don't have no friends no more. It doesn't matter. I'll make new friends. That's one thing about the internet. You can make all new friends and then fix the mistakes you made. So I'm not trying to hear that. Why? I'm not lowering the standards over here. Well, I'm not doing it. If it was trash, it's trash. We done been nice. We played nice and all that. Now it's not. The glove's been off. So I'm saying promoting the Black Egypt is a trash ass argument that the world does not agree with. Trash.
Hold on.
Trash.
I think you know you're wrong about that statement. But my point being is that did Diop bring something to the table when he did the symposium that even white scholars didn't bring to the table at that particular time, such as DNA?
No.
So what scholars?
No, I said no. I said
All
no.
right. So
There
you
were
saying that?
scholars at the conference that agreed with Diop that they was African, bro.
So why
You
you
got it.
saying
And there
no
were
then?
scholars there that said they came from the Sahara, yo. See what I'm saying?
So why you saying no? You saying no, but the answer
I'm
should
saying
be
he wasn't the
yes.
only one saying that at that time. That's what I'm saying, yo. But the way he
No.
did it, the way they was fought for it, yeah, I'm saying he's
What
given the
other
credit for that.
scholar brought DNA to the
No,
forefront?
nobody put no damn DNA. The human genome, what? Diop didn't bring DNA
Do you
to us
know
in
when that was?
1974. What the hell is going on?
What is he talking about there?
There's no DNA yet, bro. The lady hadn't seen the DNA
So
through she's found. I forget the
so we had
lady's
to wait
name.
for white
Actually.
people to find out about DNA.
No, you had to wait for science to discover
It
that.
wasn't
You
just
keep
white
putting a
people.
face on it, yo.
And say white people.
It was. If you want to
No,
play
I'm
the
just
white card,
saying.
yes, bro, yes.
All right, then.
Since that's how you see the
So you
world
are
through white and
completely
black,
wrong.
yes.
It's not me. It's you.
I said yes. It was white people. Since you can't see the world without color, is unimaginable. Yes, they didn't look like you. The lady did not look like you. That took that what's the shit
you talking
called Fontaine? X-ray. You take an X-ray, right? The lady had took an X-ray or something and seen the Lord and was like, that's something different. What is that? She the first person that actually seen DNA. Using damn X-ray. I swear to goodness, yo. Yeah, and she ain't look like you, that good guy. But so what? You come to vaccines, the person ain't look like, didn't look like West Africans, but they use it. Man, you use it because it work, yo. You don't use it, you don't not use it because the person ain't look like you. It's the craziest thing ever, yo. That's a weakness in this community.
So he didn't use melanin to prove his.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Melanin ain't DNA, bro.
No, melanin is different. That's a different thing. That's a chemical. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And it still ain't that. It still ain't been verified.
So what point where he was wrong about? Can you prove that?
He said they said they was indigenous. No, he said that they was
homogenous.
Homogenous from the inception until the time of the Hisco, something wild. It was a wild statement. It wasn't true. Simple as that. But that's okay. That's science, though.
Yeah, bro.
That's what you want to have. You want to have that man
bro.
put his shit
What the
out
hell?
there. That's
Isn't
love.
Diop human? Let me ask you this, good guy. Isn't Diop a human being, or wasn't he a human being? Because he's dead now.
Nope, he dove out the sky, yo. He
So I mean, him being a human being,
he wasn't human, yo.
He's entitled to make mistakes, bro. That's what my point is.
Yeah, all right. But y'all saying he made mistakes. I'm saying what mistakes to y'all that he made.
I just told you the things you just named, everything you just named.
So I could be wrong about the DNA part, but obviously he did use melanin. But you saying that?
I'm saying that was wrong
for you.
No, I didn't say it wasn't wrong for you. That was
say
good.
it don't mean that it's factual.
I just told you where he was wrong at. The homogenous part.
Yeah.
Homogenous meaning that so I mean.
No, let's go back to the DNA part.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean let's go back to the melanin part, yo. And here's the fault in it. So you can find a person in India, right? They got a high level of melanin. All right. Okay, high level of melanin. You got two types of melanin. The one that produces like a reddish pigment, the one produces a dark brown, right? And uromelanin, theomelanin. Okay. And what I'm telling you is that a person in India can have a high value of the quote unquote the brown melanin, right? And so if you're looking at that and say, well, yeah, that was a person that says that, you can't tell. People near the equator are darker, point blank. Okay, so no one even only Smash say that, yo. You won't find no experts, you won't find no scientific paper on that. You got a flim. You got to read a Sahotep book, yo, where he make a mistake in his damn book. He clearly made a mistake. He didn't even know that we went over the topic so in depth, right? That when he read, I was like, no, yo, that ain't even right. You got that wrong. It's in his book. He got it wrong. But even that's okay. Right? Getting stuff wrong is not an issue. It's to continue to fight after more available data was brought to you is the part that's wrong, yo. That's the part that's crazy.
So the issue is Egyptians being black.
No, that's not the issue.
And y'all make
So
Diop
what's the
look bad because he said that.
Why
what's
He
the
y'all
said
issue
placing
if
he
black on
said
if the Egyptians were black though? What would be the issues though if they were black?
It's not an
The
issue.
fact that they
It's
is
not
black.
so okay. The
skin and
issue is that if we're talking about if we're having a conversation, okay, about Nile Valley culture, right? And we're going to talk about it from the lenses of anthropology, yo, right? Then you got to talk about the people in their environment, right? So I'm not going to say they were saying something that the people wasn't saying because that would not be true, because that would not be allowing them their voice. So if I'm saying they running around calling each other black people and all this, yo, then I'm not actually giving you the true measure of who they was. I'm telling you how an African American looked at it. There aren't any African Americans at 1500 BCE. That there is no slave trade of worth that was bringing people to the Americas. There is no colonialism. There is no Europeans even making it. Hold on. There's not. Listen. So it's an inaccurate statement. It's an anachronism, meaning we're placing our ideas and our concepts on indigenous people, which mean we're doing the same thing that white people did. That's what white people did. They went in and they called them savages, right? Based off of the lack of technology. They did all that. They're not a civilization. They did all that. So why go back and do the same thing when we claim knowing about who they really are is going to help us going forward? You can't go back and make it some shit that the white people did and think it's going to help you going forward if it does help you going forward. That's all I'm saying, bro. Y'all can't see it, and I'm not willing to argue with some of your fake teachers over it no more, bro, because they fake for that and they know it. And I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. They fake. They faking y'all out. They playing the mind game. They using the YouTube algorithm to tweak you and fake you out. That's the point. And I said that's why we not friends no more, yo, because we diabolically opposed to what we saying. I'm over here with the big boys and the experts. I bring experts on. I do all that. They over there running their damn mouth talking crazy, faking y'all out like a polite nigga do. Polite was super pseudo. He faked y'all out.
Stop. Didn't your boy have to take down that video? Because
no, nigga, I put the video up. It's not true.
No, on his channel.
Nigga, I'm telling you, no, out of respect.
He was told to take it down because the professional was.
We're gonna do this. We got a show for that. All we got to do is read the damn email. It's a Terrence Howard email. Listen, man. The email that was sent to Smash is clear. Y'all gonna stop playing with me. We can read the whole email. It says nothing that Smash said. He faked y'all out. So my next show will be on that email. Let me get a title of the show here. Let me see. We're just gonna read the email. We're gonna call it Neil deGrasse, Terrence Howard, Smash, and Winnieman. No, it wasn't even Winnieman. It was the other sister.
Right.
And we're gonna read the email. And I thought it was a great email. Very respectful, very nuanced, very detailed. I think it was an excellent critique. I feel like that man should have took that email, went back and used his and fixed his work. That's what I feel like. But he thinking it was a Garfield and them made it, did I won, I beat her. Right? Same thing. Terrence Howard is saying the same thing right now. If you don't think that Terrence Howard is acting like Neil deGrasse is out of his mind and he defeated Neil, then you're crazy because he's doing the same thing. He don't know what he talking about. I was right. Of course.
No, that's
what
not
novices do.
Let's have a conversation. That's
Howard
not what
did
happened, though.
The metaphor thing like Smash did. All of a sudden,
don't lie on a person, though.
He was like, it's just a metaphor. 1 times 1 equals 2 is just a metaphor. Just same way Smash tried to change it and was like, nah, that's a metaphor when he tried to switch it up. It's the same thing. That's what pseudos do.
So what metaphor are you referring to?
Not referring to none of that.
He just said something. Let the brother explain himself instead of just rambly talking, bro.
I don't remember the exact quote, but you know me, I go find it.
Please do that because you make
Just
it.
make sure now when
But
you ask
you're
me to
just
source
saying
up, now when
something
you
without.
ask me to source up, make sure you do the same thing while you
All right,
talking.
got it.
What I have to source up about what? I'm not so. I don't have nothing to
I'm
I
just
ain't
source
got
up
telling you.
about.
So
time.
if you,
Listen. I don't got time right now.
Nah, bro, you just
I know
started
some other people
something.
got shows kicking. No, listen. We're gonna. No, I actually got a show plan for that. So we're gonna read the email. It's not a
Yeah,
problem. I'm saying
but
it was a great. Listen, yo. I want y'all to know. Listen, right now, yo. That Neil
but can I
deGrasse.
say?
No, you can't. Let me finish. Neil deGrasse did a great job at critiquing Terrence Howard's work. Right? I want to let you know that. I want to let you know that the expert that critiqued Smash's work did a great job in the critique. I'm saying that Mr. Spin himself spent it on y'all. I don't listen to the spin. I just copied and pasted the email and just read it. I felt like she did a great job, right? I enjoyed the correspondence. I enjoyed the interview that Smash did with Winterman. I felt like that was definitely on
So
par with one of our
why did she
videos.
tell
Listen.
Garfield to take it
Did you listen to
down?
it? You don't know what she told Garfield, bro.
So
What you
why
do
is it
know?
not
This is
on
what you do
Garfield's
know. This is what
Channel,
you
why
do.
did you have to put it up?
This is what, because I got all the interviews up because I was part of the interview.
But why she told Garfield to take
Who
it down? Because she
cares?
was wrong.
No, that's
I
not
think you
why.
have
Why
to
can't
tell your audience that she was wrong, and that's why she had to tell Garfield to take it
I'm not
down.
gonna argue with you.
Be
I
fair
ain't
with your audience. That's
no,
my whole point.
no problem. So I'm gonna be fair with my audience and get your ass out of here. See how fair that was? That's fair. See, got him out of here for flim flamming and bim bamming. I love this show. See how fair I was to the audience? So, yes, like I said, we're going to actually do a show on that, man. Big up to that good guy, man. Ain't nothing personal, yo. You know what I'm saying? When they start to make up stuff and can't comprehend after about too long, I lose my temper. I'm on my John Henry Clark thing, right? So I don't want to lose my temper and mess my show up, right? I want to keep us in a good space of communication. I don't have the patience of a King Sosa. I don't have none of that going for me. I gets right to it. So let me end it with this right here, right? And we're going to read that letter. Watch how that work, y'all. We're going to read the letter. You're going to see this is a great response letter to Smash's work and had nothing to do with her saying she was wrong and all the stuff that they promoting over there because they don't want to read the email. We got it. We're going to read it. And I'm going to let y'all judge for that, man. Let me show you something slick right here. This is one of my favorite things right here, right? This was a great interview right here. Let me see if I can get this. All right.
baby.
And out with that right there, man.
No.
Let's see. Questions right here, man. Let's hit that.
Man, created Christianity, then come back and say that you are selling him Christianity because he is a heathen. So the European had to literally strip history of the contributions of non-European people to a certain extent that did this in Asia. Now, what Rogers has done in these two books is to go back and set history in some kind of perspectives based on this information. And all of the information did not come from Black historians. It came from the best records available from all of them.
Now, speaking of information, Rogers has alleged some very startling things, and we're using that word because I think in the context of having had only white history, anything Black is startling. And so I'm saying it in a positive way. That some of his information has said that there were a number of American presidents who actually were Black, that there were a number of prominent Americans that history has treated as whites, who by his criterion or criteria of who is Black and white, according to society's definition, were Black.
So remember this conversation when it was all promoting the one drop rule, yo? Y'all remember that, right? And we told them, we say, no, yo, the one drop rule, the experts are using, you got to go back and see what the one drop rule actually is. This interview was done in 1973. This man, who everybody claimed to follow. See, there's a weird thing that goes on in the conscious community. They claim to follow Diop's. They claim to follow John Henry Clark. They claim to follow all of them. But when the rubber hits the road, we the only ones really following them. Those who claim to be who y'all claim are anti-African and anti-Black, we follow these people for real. Meaning we follow their work, not the personality. Meaning when critique is given from experts critiquing their work, yo, we throw it away when it's wrong. And when it's right, we big up that portion of it because that's all we really can do. That's all we're really qualified to do. It's to follow the experts on it. So I've been understood what the one drop rule was. Those who didn't understand what the one drop rule is, right? Listen to John Henry Clark tell you what the one drop rule is.
Oh, now, not according to Rogers' definition now. Understand, and this is the irony of it all, and this is the trap. Black people have never written any definitions of race, any definitions of what a people mean, has been. I mean, they have never said that these people with these kind of traits belong here, because modern racism had its development in the pseudoscientific development of intellectual Europe after the 15th century. And
had its development in the pseudoscientific. So this man in 1973 is using terminology pseudoscientific. And so when I used it, when Ngozi used it, when the pseudo killers used it, community skeptics used it, we was anti-African, what y'all talking about. That's how I know y'all don't really study for real. Y'all playing with the people, dog. The people don't even know what the hell is going on. This so supposed to be y'all teacher here. This supposed to be the man. That's the great John Henry Clark. The great John Henry Clark said, what? Come on, man.
Because modern racism had its development in the pseudoscientific development of intellectual Europe after the 15th century. And they began to say that certain kind of people belong to certain kind of race, and they created the concept of race and racism itself. Now, according to the laws that's still on the statute book of the United States and some other parts of the world, one drop of us makes you a whole. Now, this ridiculous law and stipulation and measurement has given Black people a lot of white people according to that law. Now, it has given us Beethoven, who was called a doctor.
Let me stop right here. I'm going to stop right there.
Isn't it?
So, yeah. See, at this point, right, you got people confused. You thinking that he's saying Beethoven is black. That's what the ignorant amongst us are saying right there. So I'm going to do a whole reaction video on the great John Henry Clark doing that. I just want to give a tidbit. We had a whole side of people calling me anti-African, chef, anti-African, carnivores podcast. They non-African. Oh, you heard them. Oh, Jabari, the master scholar. Oh, look what he's saying. How dare him. And then the one who can't nobody even hold a count, you say, yo, that one drop rule is ridiculous. When I said it was ridiculous, oh, I can't believe he said it. They've been quiet. They seen me play this video before. I ain't heard not one of them say something about John Henry Clark.
Hey, can I say one thing?
You need to stay on course. Don't bring us back to a place we already left.
All right, we're going to stay right here. John Henry Clark, he was an autodidact, right?
Yep.
Self-taught.
Now he got a degree, ended up getting a degree too. Keep going.
That's fine.
Yep, sure was.
Terrence Howard, autodidact, right?
Okay, we back on Terrence Howard. I'm out of here. Hey, man, look, we out of here, man. Look, we at the hour here. I know some people going to be going live, yo. Hey, Thunder, I'm messing with you, my man, yo, but we out of here, yo. I ain't doing Terrence Howard. You snuck him back in. He ain't no damn autodidact in math. So he's an auto nut. Man, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Hit the Cash App going in, going out the door, man. Show some love, man. Right? We going live in the morning. You're going to find the show. We're going to hit that afternoon slot, man. This is what we doing, yo. Man, big up, man. The socials world, man. We tuned in. All right, man. Appreciate everybody, man. There ain't nothing but love, man. Man, look, with that, man, look, we out. Black African Power, man. Community skeptics, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
Peace, y'all.
All right, peace, John. Appreciate you, brother. Discourse was excellent at the level. Big up the LB things and stuff and more, man. Appreciate you sliding through the channel, man. We real active over here, man. We standing around. Big up the Gideon Block, man, the Pseudo Killer Army, man. Big up to everybody in the server. Big up to all the moderators, man. I see you, Chilembre, man. Big up to you, man. Your tireless effort, yo, to make sure the programming is right, yo. We here, yo. We standing tall, standing strong, man. And with that, man, we out.